Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Thank you, Joe. 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. Hey, there's some clouds out there. There were no clouds just a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Now we got a few fluffy clouds.
Yep, but it's still blue.
So kind of cloud, like when you have a perfectly blue sky and you are going to do like a landscape painting, Robin, do you add clouds anyway, even though you don't see any in the actual sky?
No.
You don't?
No, because when I do plein air, I like to do it the way I see it. Yeah.
Hey, good morning. How you doing? All right, so there are some foods you cannot take into space. If you're thinking about flying into space, NASA has a rule that you cannot bring certain foods up with you.
Okay.
I want you to know what they don't want you to bring with you.
Okay.
Okay. Number one, bread. You cannot bring bread into the space station with you or into any of the space vehicles that you might be traveling to the moon in, because there is a day coming soon where we're going to be tourists, space tourists, if you have enough money. But if you do have enough money, don't bring any bread with you.
Oh.
Now, that's not just bread. It's anything that might crumble. So that would be bread or crackers or cookies or anything. Because the crumbles, the crumbs, they float around.
Oh, that's right.
You could knock your eye out with a piece of a crumb floating through space.
Yeah, isn't that something?
It could get into the equipment.
Wow.
What's better is a soft tortilla. You can bring
a soft tortilla.
A soft tortilla.
Yeah, but what if you like the crunchies?
The crunchies will have crumbs. You cannot bring
anything with crumbs.
The crumbs into the space capsule with you.
Okay.
So bring the soft tortillas if you're going to go on that space, what do you call it, tourism?
Oh, yeah.
Going around the moon.
Oh, so they can't really serve snacks then, the flight attendant.
No, you can bring tortillas, Robin.
Tortillas, so you get a soft tortilla.
Tortillas.
Snack. Okay. All
right. Next on the list, soft drinks.
Okay.
A funny thing happens to carbonation without gravity. On Earth, a big part of soda's appeal is the fact that it's effervescent, but the bubbles in space don't fizz. They do not rise to the top of the drink.
Oh my gosh, they don't. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
In the 1980s, astronauts brought a couple of cans of Coke up with them and popped it open, and it didn't do anything. It was flat.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it doesn't go down quite as easy either. There's something about it. Your body doesn't want to swallow something that's carbonated that's not carbonating. That's not effervescing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So don't bring bread, cookies, crackers, anything that crumbles, hard, taco shells, that kind of thing. Don't bring any Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola.
Or Alka-Seltzer if you got upset stomach.
Do not bring Alka-Seltzer, even if you're going to float in the water with it. Right. Beans. Do not bring beans into space with you.
Okay.
Beans cause digestional gas.
Yes, they do.
And it is
anywhere.
Okay. And, they don't want you to bring that into the space capsule. I get the picture. Okay. Need I read anymore?
They don't want you to share your gas.
They don't want you to share your gas.
No flatulence.
Shrimp is not allowed. Shrimp is not allowed in the space station.
Shrimp. Now, what if you get it all peeled before you take it up in space with you?
Shrimp, let's see, has elevated estrogen levels, which destroy the oxygen level. Oh, wow. Who knew that? What now? Okay, well, anyway, don't bring shrimp into the thing.
Yeah, but they're not alive. They're dead. And they're deveined. Wow. Okay.
I'm not going to fight NASA. They've been studying it longer than me.
Exactly.
All right. Alcoholic beverages. No alcohol up in the space station. It doesn't quite explain why. I guess they don't want you to be flying drunk or something.
I guess not. Well, what if it doesn't agree with you, and then you're going to have an issue?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, then that will not be good.
Weight-free vomit is not a fun thing to imagine. Okay.
No, not at all.
Salt and pepper, not allowed in the space station or in any space capsule.
Okay. Because it can knock your eye out, because it'll float and knock your eye out.
It'll float around.
What do they eat up there?
It'll float. Small particles of salt, pepper, other seasonings float around, tend to break free of the food, don't stay on the bologna sandwich, and they float around. Oh, I guess you bring a bologna sandwich, though.
No, you said no bread.
Well, bologna
because
tortilla.
It crumbles.
A bologna tortilla.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You have to bring that.
Space shuttles do stock salt and pepper infused liquid. So, salt and pepper infused liquid.
Now, how is that going to taste?
Well, you can try.
I'd like to try some. Do they sell it at NASA? Maybe we could go to the...
You can buy
space
food in NASA. Yes, absolutely. In fact, I have that on here somewhere.
I remember years ago you could buy the stuff in those little silver pouches. NASA space food.
Fried foods are not allowed on the space station.
Oh, yeah, because you get that grease all over
the hydrogenated oils, right, used to fry many of those foods end up in the oxygen level, causing it to clog up the filters. So the hydrogenated oil somehow float into the air. Mm-hmm. Don't know how.
It probably separates. It probably doesn't stay together.
Mint. The menthol in mints tends to lower one's ability to reason.
Oh, this is great.
What?
This is great. The menthol in mints affects your ability to reason.
In space.
So it makes you drunk in space. That's what it
not
does.
Here, in space.
No, but in space it
Correct.
makes you drunk. Why don't they just say that?
I don't know. It didn't say
in
drunk,
mints.
Robin. It said...
Yeah, but... if you have too much alcohol on Earth, it affects your ability to reason. So if you got that stuff up in space...
Fresh milk is also banned in outer space. Fresh milk.
No, why is that?
Well, because the cow jumped over the moon. and for some reason, they don't want to take business away from the cow. The real... Let's see. In place of fresh milk, the dehydrated kind, which takes up only a little space in space... doesn't require refrigeration. Oh, that's why. Oh,
yeah. No refrigerators up there, probably.
You would think they would have some refrigerators.
Yeah, you would think that.
I think something. No cold water, nothing, huh? You cannot bring ice cream. There are no freezers in outer space. I wonder why there's no freezers.
Because they make that ice cream in those little silver packages. That was a
freeze-dried astronaut ice cream can and has gone up as dessert, and you can also get it at this Kennedy Space Center. Mm-hmm. Pizza. Pizza is not exactly banned from space, but the reason you can't bring it is because of the crispy crust. Well, that's interesting.
Because it's crispy, because those particles will fly around and knock your eye out.
So it's really about the crust, not about the other elements on it, right?
Yeah, so why not just go ahead and trim the crust before you package it in the space capsule?
Here's the asterisk I didn't read earlier. In 1972, Paul Masson Rare Cream Sherry. Paul Masson Rare Cream Sherry was brought into space for the Skylab mission.
Okay.
Skylab 4. But when the public got wind of the plan, many sent angry letters to NASA, and the idea was nixed. Astronauts represent a form of purity. Oh, so it's more of a social thing. You can't bring alcohol.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
It was just for a toast, probably, to just have a toast for the mission.
Marinated onions are not allowed up in space. What is a marinated onion?
That's where you put the onion in a pan and you add butter and salt and pepper to it, and it's the same thing, like grilled onions.
All right, it tends to form intestinal gas.
Ah.
And again, that's a problem up there, apparently.
Again with the flatulence.
It puffs out your ass, puffs out your suit, I guess.
Yes, it does. Or it traps it in there, and then once you take it off, it's just like a big old bomb, like all over the place.
That was a really good sound effect.
Did you like that? That's the first time I was able to do that.
That was a really good sound effect. Soy products are also not allowed up in space. Same reason.
Oh, my.
The trendy edamame bean.
Edamame bean? The trendy edamame bean? What is that?
Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. It's a trendy edamame bean. What is that?
Robin, how do you pronounce the word? E-D-A...
Okay.
M-A-M-E. E-D-A-M-A-M-E.
That sounds right. Edamame.
Edamame. You cannot bring the trendy edamame bean.
Okay.
Do not bring the trendy edamame bean up in space.
Do not do that.
Anyway, I just wanted to educate the public because you never know if who you know, because you know what's going to happen. It's going to come quicker than you think, and you're gonna win a prize on some radio show, and they goes, "Hey, you're one of the first people to be a space tourist."
That's right.
Come down to the station right here at the Paddock Mall, and you get 2 tickets to the space extravaganza. Don't bring trendy edamame beans.
That's right.
All right, we do have a guest coming up, and we will be talking to our guest, and I will tell you who that guest is as soon as I find the piece of paper that tells me who the guest is. And once again, I have lost my piece of paper. There it is. I'll use your paper. Our guest is Dr. John J. Miller, a pediatrician and a neonatologist for over 45 years, diagnosed with cancer when he was 5 years old. He is an advocate for instilling a love of reading for children. Hey, right up our alley.
Exactly.
All right, The Book of Spells is his book. We'll be right back with Dr. John J. Miller after this. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
AccuSleep offers a safe and effective medical option for those